Tu abuela va a volver.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the trailer for a movie that really did well at the Fantasia Film Festival called The Elderly. I'm sorry. The Elderly is an awful title, by the way. It's kind of like Old, which is also not a great title, but Old at least isn't quite as hilarious. In any case, IMDb describes the elderly thusly. Octogenarian who enters into a state of dementia after the sudden suicide of his wife, sparking a series of paranormal events that will put his family's lives at risk. Well, that is the summary of The Elderly, and I'm sorry. I think it's just an awful, awful title. There is no real subsection of horror that deals specifically with elderly people. I mean, you have movies like, I mentioned Old already. You have The Visit, which was also M. Night Shyamalan. And I'm pretty sure if you look hard enough, you're going to find quite a few movies with old people being the antagonists. That being said, well, I should say horror movies with old people being the antagonist. Heck, Tony Scott's The Hunger was actually that in a sense. But it's not something that works really well, typically, if only because elderly people get a little frail and they don't make for the best killers. Though, we don't even know if that's what this movie is about. In other words, I don't think this octogenarian that was mentioned in the IMDb summary is going around hacking up anybody. In any case, let's look at a trailer for The Elderly. I can't say I have a straight face. Let's look at the trailer for The Elderly. Better.
Que esta semana alcanzaremos temperaturas de auténtico récord, ¿no es así, Marta?
Así es, según avance la semana iremos comprobando.
Tu abuela va a volver.
Well, that was the trailer for The Elderly, and it might be a really good movie, though it's hard to tell that from the trailer. Now, as you noticed, it's a Spanish film. Filmax is a studio that I believe was started by Brian Yuzna and is located in Spain. That being said, oh, by the way, this is the same studio that brought us Wreck. So they really do good work. But that being said, at least judging from this trailer, I don't know. Because it's mainly just build up, and its payoff at the end is not great. Way too much build up, weak payoff. Though, as I said, this studio, Filmax, does interesting work, and I definitely think The Elderly will be something to see when it turns up on streaming, because I am 100% certain, at least in the United States, this will not see the inside of a theater. Though what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. Peace.